This is your Daily 5 for March 15th, 2021. Today's topic, 5 Wyckoff accumulation candidates. Welcome Wycoffians and friends of Wycoffians. I'm Bruce Fraser, your host. We are going to do 5 great case studies on accumulation. These are not recommendations. They are strictly technical case studies. And please speak with your investment advisor before investing in any risky asset. Here are 2 accumulation schematics that we use in Wyckoff. There are a number of them for accumulation. These are 2 generally very good ones. And so I am going to work off of these today, emphasizing phase analysis, phase A through E, which is a really big part of the Wyckoff method. Speaking of which, go to wyckoffanalytics.com for more great content. Ramon starts his teaching cycle on April 20th. His first course and second course, the first episode or the first meeting is always free to attend. On April 19th, our Wyckoff market discussion, which is a current market analysis every Wednesday afternoon, and they are recorded, will be free for all to attend. More importantly, April 9th is the annual Best of Wyckoff conference. This is a 4-hour event with a number of great Wycoffians presenting at this really fun event. I will be there, Ramon will be there, and others. And so I don't believe signups are ready yet, but please keep looking on Wyckoff Analytics, and I'll announce it in Power Charting when it does become available for sign up, because I believe that last year it filled up. So with this, here are 2 accumulation schematics. Here is schematic 1 with a spring and a test. We're going to look at examples of both of these today. Schematic 2 is on the phase C final test before the uptrend begins. It's a higher low called the last point of support. Go to Wyckoff Power Charting. Let's review on July 1st, 2015, a blog I wrote to be able to read more about these and to print them off. Okay, so let's move on here to this, and if we can, we'll get back to those schematics later. So here is Canopy Growth. You can see this is our first case study today. Big accumulation and uptrend that occurred from 2016 to 2019. Distribution formed, cyclic reaction occurred. This looks an awful lot like accumulation here on this weekly chart. You can see is in the early stages of uptrending. So we have uptrending price and relative strength. Well, let's take this accumulation area apart and have a look at this. Here are the basic analysis. This is a selling climax, automatic rally, secondary test. This stops the downtrend. Then you have a trading range. Support is drawn on the low, the selling climax. Resistance is drawn on the peak of the automatic rally. Here's a higher peak. We're going to draw resistance there too, often useful later on. Look how well trading is bounded by resistance and support drawn off these 2 lines here very early on in the downtrend as the downtrend concluded. And so this is an example of the schematic number 2 with the last point of support coming in at the conclusion. And notice the character change, big uptrend up and out of the accumulation area. So we're going to do 2 things here. One, we're going to look at the phase analysis. So phase A is the stopping of a downtrend. Phase B is a big willy-nilly wild trading range where it goes up and down very volatilely. And this is not typically a place where Wycoffians like to trade. We are trying to identify a phase C final test, which is a last point of support. And you can see here that in fact the character changes after it goes down and touches support, starts to rally. The reactions are very shallow on the way up. That shows that stock has been absorbed. That's what accumulation is. This is what is the distinction between the Wyckoff method of analysis of charts versus other methods, is that we are looking for a progression that's occurring in accumulation from stock trading out of weak hands into strong hands. Stock in strong hands is what causes big uptrends. This is so important. Here is a big uptrend that is just emerging, up and out, has had an important rally, and now it appears to be in some kind of a reaccumulation trading range. May have to go on for a while before it's ready to go again. But then the next thing that we will do after the phase D uptrend and the phase E is we will, the beginning of phase E, which is the markup, is we'll do a point and figure analysis. And so here you can see for Canopy Growth that there are basically two really good accumulation areas to count. This count here, which is 37 columns across, 3-box method, half point scaling, you can see that right up here. This counts up to 6450 to 69. The larger count goes from this area here over to here, 71 columns, counts up to 115.50 to 131. So there still is a lot of upside potential in the uptrend in Canopy Growth. Okay, we got to keep going. We are going to run out of time. Here is a cyclic downtrend in Walgreens Boot Alliance. This looks an awful lot like an accumulation area here with a spring. So this is a schematic number 1 type structure. And you can see here that it's started to act very constructively as up and out of the downtrend. And there's some kind of a base forming in the relative strength. So let's go to the next part of this, which is to look at the accumulation structure and the phase analysis. Stopping action, selling climax, big outsized rally, that's an automatic rally. Resistance and support is drawn. Phase B is very volatile. You can see there's a general downward tilt to the trading range. It goes down. This is a complex phase C because it goes down below the support area and then spends time there and has a spring and a test of this low in September before returning back up into the structure. We would generally not be interested in this until it got back up into the trading range. Now we can see in the accumulation structure, higher lows are forming, and this is a volatile reaction. This is less so. This is a flat reaction, which is a backup, and now it's attempting to get back above resistance. Very constructive. What's the point figure look like? This area here is, and this is a 3-box reversal, 1-point scale. This is 21 columns from here to here, takes us up to 96 to 102 above the top of the chart here. And then this larger area from here all the way over to this part here is in 2019 is 35 columns and counts up to 138 to 152. So again, a lot of potential still left in that structure. This little 1-box method chart gave us a swing count off of this area of the complex spring, counted right up to 54. So a really nice little swing trading count there. Now we're looking at interactive brokers, and interactive brokers is looking for the point and figure counts. But anyway, you can see here, and please feel free to screen capture these. Phase A, selling climax, automatic rally, range bound state. Phase A is the stopping of the decline. Phase B is wild, aimless trading, which is exactly what happened. And then in phase C, there is a sudden shakeout type decline, which is the COVID decline with a test. This changes the character of Interactive Broker, which shows that all of this activity here was absorption taking place by large informed interests, and then it gets back up into the accumulation area, has one shallow pullback to support one last time. These areas, the test is a good place to initiate a trade. Last point of support is a place to initiate or add. The test here is a place to initiate. This jump is evidence of an attempt to show strength and that the stock is in strong hands. Up and out it goes, and then the backup is another place to add to positions. And now you can see there's an uptrend. Count wise, and that's just to demonstrate to you the area of, here you can see the base, relative strength base also. Wanted to show you that. And then two counts. Here is, this counts up to 79 to 85. We just hit that count. This area right here has just been reached. So now it wouldn't be surprising, because this is a prior high. If there's some kind of trading along here, this to this area here to here is 37 columns, counts 145, 158. This over to here counts 229 to 242. A lot of room to go up in Interactive Brokers. Tenet, I'm going to go right to this chart. We're running out of time. Here you can see Tenet, selling climax, automatic rally, two up thrusts. Look at the wild phase B, a lot of volatility, a spring and a test below the support area, changes the character of this as it starts to now trade upward, showing that all of this was accumulation taking place into strong hands. Now so I'll let you screen capture that. Look at the beautiful relative strength base. Now relative strength's in an uptrend, very important. Shows that the stock Tenet is outperforming. Here is the point and figure. This little count here counts to 103. This count from here over to here counts up to 217, 232. That's 69 columns. So have a look at that if you have a chance. And then finally, here, this is Energy Fuels. Beautiful. This is a schematic number 1. We have about a minute left. Here is the climactic stopping action, automatic rally, range bound condition, up thrust up here, which has an element of distribution in it, sets up a big decline into a shakeout, which is just a deep spring, which then bounces back up into the accumulation area. That's very constructive. This is a super low priced speculative little stock. This is just to show you that the accumulation structures work even in small, low price stocks. So last point of support and an important jump across the creek, up and out it goes. Look at the shallow reactions, now big sign of strength, and then a point and figure count, which takes us across this area here. And it counts up 21, 25 to 24. And with that, I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks for being here.
Hey, Grayson Rose here with StockCharts. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, consider giving it a like down below, maybe leave us a comment, and if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe at the link up above. We're gonna bring you daily content from an incredible collection of technical analysts and financial experts.